Hi, this is Tammy Benoit back again with another true story. This one is titled as The Candy Man. When I was around about 12 years old, me and my girlfriends, we live in a small town, and every time we walked down to the store, we was always trying to find money laying on the ground or, dimes, pennies, whatever, because back then you can get penny candy. Well, there was this man, and we never knew his name, so we always called him the Candy Man. And the reason is, it's because he would buy us all candy. Well, every day we would go down there, and there he would be, the Candy Man. He would have us all candy. Now, nowadays, you would think, what would be this, this man's intentions? He wasn't an old man. He was probably middle age. So back then, maybe he had those intentions and maybe not. But like I said, if it was nowadays, you would think so. So anyways, he never did try anything with us or anything. He just always had us, candy. Well, my mom would always ask, where you getting this candy at, Tammy? And I'd tell her the Candy Man. So she was kind of excited, wait a minute, why is this man buying you guys candy? Well, so she used to walk down the store with us and all that, and every time she walked down the store with us, he would never be there. And I was like, Mom, see, he sees you with us, he ain't buying us candy. She said, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit over here on these steps, and we used to call them refrigeration steps because it used to be a refrigeration place. Well, my mom sat over there while me and my friends walked to the store. Well, all of a sudden, this man's waiting there with candy. Well, it always used to be a little bitty brown bag filled with penny candy, and it had an assortment in it. So we come running over to the refrigeration steps where my mom was sitting. And so she was like, so he don't say anything nasty to you guys or anything? And we're like, no, Mom, So anyway, it got to be, I don't know, years went past. And I mean, the guy did it for maybe a year, and then he just kind of disappeared. Well, I got into probably about, I don't know, I'd say probably, 15, 16. Well, I got to thinking about the Candy Man, and I even told the story, I don't know how many times, to, all kinds of different people. Well, so one day I get up, and I'm getting ready, and I see candy laying on the table. Well, I get it. I'm not thinking, okay, where'd it come from? What, my mom set it there? Did my brother set it there? Is it my brother's candy? So I would only take a piece. Now, mind you, it wasn't penny candy anymore because penny candy kind of just, went out of style. So if you bought candy, it was at least 25 cents, maybe 15 cents. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just take a piece because it's probably my brother's. Well, as time goes past, every day, as it goes on, there'll be candy sitting on the same table. So I get to ask my mom, where's my brother Jerry getting his candy at? My mom said, well, he don't have any candy. And I was like, Mom, there's candy always sitting on this table. Are you buying it? She's like, no. She said, well, maybe your dad's getting it or something. So I asked my dad, and he said, no, I ain't getting no candy. So I said to my mom, I said, okay. I says, tomorrow, when we get up, I want you to look at this table, and you see if there's any candy on it. So since I brought it to her attention, there was never no candy. So, this happened for a week. She would wake up and look and see if there was candy on this table. No candy. And I was like, see, Mom, just because you're looking, he ain't putting no candy. She said, wait a minute. Why'd you say he? And I said, oh, wow. So we got to talking, me and my mom. So we're thinking this man passed. So here he come back to visit me to leave candy on the table. And then we started cracking up laughing. It was like, no, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. It's funny, you know. So then one day, because we're non-believers, you know, of that time, you know, about the man dying and then just bringing me candy, you know. Well, and one day I walked down to the mailbox to check the mail. Well, here, the way it was, the mailbox was like across the street, and the mailbox was like in a wooded area. Like in back of the mailbox, it'd be a wooded area. I'm telling you, this man was standing in between the weeds. I mean, I can not make it out real good, but it was the man. So as I'm looking at the man, I got scared and went running across the street and went running up the driveway to tell my mom, like, oh my God, that man's standing down there in the woods. She comes out. We both walk down to the mailbox. We get down to the mailbox. There was little brown candy bags laying everywhere, all along in the weeds, all in the woods, and I'm talking hundreds of little brown candy bags. So what it was him that came back as a ghost and kept bringing me candy. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.